What's up, brothers? Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope everybody had a good week. Hopefully you made some good money and you got some good honey. And if you didn't get any honey, hopefully you finished out your evenings with a nice victory royale, if you know what I mean. Anyways, what I want to talk about in tonight's video is the one thing that a woman needs to know about you. That is, if you want to have successful relationships. And that is that a woman needs to know that you have options. I'm going to give you a little hypothetical story that I bet you 80% of men out there will find relatable. You know, maybe not exactly the way I tell it. You know, some of the numbers might be different, but the formula is going to be the same. When you were roughly 21 years old, you started a job, you met a girl, she was cute, you liked her, it even seemed like she liked you back. The two of you started seeing each other, and you thought you were on the cusp of a great relationship, a serious relationship. And then all of a sudden, for some reason not quite understood by you, she got distant. You know, she went cold on you. She cut you off, cut off all communication. And then later on you find out that she's hooking up with the boss. You know, she's hooking up with your supervisor, your manager, something like that. Now again, some of the pieces might be different in the story, but the formula is probably the same. 80% of men out there, I can almost guarantee, have gone through an experience almost identical to that one. Right? Maybe even 10 years into a marriage, same exact thing happened. Doesn't have to be in the workplace. Could be anywhere. Could be in the military. You know, it could be out in a social network. You know, but most guys have experienced a situation just like that one. And here's what you have to understand. She was doing exactly what any man that knows what's going on would expect her to do. And that is, she was being just as loyal as her options. You expect that. Here's the thing that's kind of difficult for guys to accept, in my opinion. Especially beta males. And that is that you were also being as loyal as your options. And the difference is, she was your only option. She had a better option than you, but you invested everything in her and she was the only option that you had. Not only does that put you in a vulnerable situation, it makes your perceived value very low, makes her less attracted to you, gives her no sense of anxiety, no sense of dread of potentially losing you. You're boring in that situation. And the other guy is a better option as a whole. So she did exactly what you would expect her to do. Now, guys that live and learn, you know, they'll go through an experience like that and they'll say never again. Now, never again can mean different things depending on how you take it and what your personality type is. Never again could mean, screw this, going MGTOW, I'm out. Never again could mean, screw this, I'm not investing all my eggs in one basket anymore. I'm just going to have fun and do what I want. Never again could mean, I'm going to come up with a better plan than she loves me and she will never cheat on me. That's not a good plan. That's not something that you can count on. That's not a sure thing. So, imagine in that same situation. Imagine you started that job and you were talking to 4 girls. She was one of them, and 3 others. And you weren't quite sure which one you wanted to be with. You went out with all 4 of them. They were all pretty cool. You're not really sold on any of them. Women won't admit this, but and there are exceptions to the rule. Some women, a very small percentage, do want an exclusive one-on-one relationship with no headaches, but it's a small percentage. And such a small percentage that I'm not even really considering that percentage in this video. It's rare to find. If you do find it, great, but anyways, for the majority of women, when they know that you have other options, she's not even going to be looking at that supervisor. She's going to be a little bit stressed out. She's going to be thinking about you. She's going to be pursuing your validation. Again, women will scoff at that. They'll roll their eyes when I say that. Beta males will scoff at it. They'll roll their eyes when I say that. But guys that know. Guys that get women, guys that fuck, no. It's the truth. I remember when me and my ex, the one that I was with for 9 years, had first split up. And I'm living in a place by myself. And I got a female neighbor on the right side, a female neighbor 2 houses down on the left side. And I'm on Tinder and POF, bringing new girls over all the time. And I'm seeing I'm somewhat dating the girl on the right, hooked up with the girl on the left a few times. And the neighbors especially knew that I was bringing girls in all the time. And my ex would still stop by about once every month, something like that. She would stop by. And they were all aware of what was going on, and they acted pissed off about it. Like, they would bitch about it. There was even one time, one of my neighbors and my ex-girlfriend had almost gotten into a fight. They were screaming at each other and shit. And they acted all mad and all pissed off. But there is no question that they were turned on by the situation. I don't know if it was the chaos that turned them on or just the simple fact that I had options. And I was, for the first time in 9 years, I was out there exploring them. As much as they hate it, they were turned on by it. I've seen it with my own eyes. And I've seen both sides. I've decided, I'm going to be Mr. Nice Guy at certain points, and I'm just going to pursue this one girl. And I want to, as men, we have this tendency to want to protect a woman's emotions. We want to protect her physically, financially, all that stuff. But we have this soft spot for women, just naturally, where we want to protect a woman's emotions. So for some reason, we don't want her to know that we have other options because we think it'll hurt her feelings. That's the natural way of viewing it. Men they always go back to that frame of reference, that frame of thought. But it's the wrong way of viewing it. You've got to change that if you want to have, real success with women. And I'm telling you, even in a marriage, 10 years into a marriage, a woman needs to know that you have options. Okay? When you guys come home in the evening, she needs to fuck you like she's afraid of losing you. And in a lot of ways, sex is the glue that holds a relationship together. We know that. And the woman should be the one that's pursuing the sex. When you're in a relationship, if the woman is the one that's constantly wanting to fuck you, and you're busy all the time, and you got things going on, but you make just enough time to fuck her, that's the right dynamic. That's what a woman needs to be satisfied. She needs to feel like she is earning the sex. She's earning your dick. And when she gets it, she feels validated. You know, and it's just the way it is. I know it's kind of a bizarre concept to somebody that, you know, just doesn't even pay attention to these things, and you just kind of go about your business the way you think it should be, the way you wish it was. You know, but then you get hit by a Mack truck, and then you start to view things the way they actually are. And when you have options, when you're a man that has options and you're not afraid of letting the world know that you have options, your whole perception on women changes. You know, none of that red pill rage shit, none of that resentment towards women. You fucking love them because they treat you good. And, you know, a lot of people will use the phrase, you can love women or you can understand women, but you can't do both. I completely disagree. I say it's hard to love women when you don't understand women. But when you finally get it, when you finally understand them, you're going to love the results, therefore you're going to love the women. You know, that's my opinion on that. And I'm not saying that you should cheat. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Because here's what you have to understand about cheating. And this is something that, you know, you don't want to skip out on this part. When a man cheats, he's looking for his next concubine. He's looking for his next piece of ass. So when a man cheats, he still stays loyal to his woman, to his girlfriend, to his wife. He still places her up on a pedestal, but the other women are just pieces of ass on the side. When a woman cheats, she's cheating for an upgrade. You know, all of a sudden, you know, she's dressing differently, doing her hair, she's doing her makeup, she's back in the gym looking sexy again. One of the surest signs that a woman's about to leave your ass is if she's in the gym looking sexy again for another man. And you're clueless to what's going on, so pay attention to those signs, you know. Don't let it don't let it go unnoticed. And be the guy that be the one that's making her feel like she should be anxious, like she should have you on her mind. Women are the neurotic ones. You know, they're the ones that chase feelings. They're as loyal as their feelings. And if her feelings are telling her that she's afraid of losing you. There's a car that just pulled in. I don't know what's going on. If her feelings are telling you that she's afraid of losing you, then of course, you know, there's no way in hell that she's going to make a choice of, you know, ruining the relationship or leaving you for somebody else. As a man, your loyalty is with her, even when you have other options. We view loyalty completely differently. Anyways, I think that just about sums it up. I hope this video was somewhat informative, but I'm going to go find out who parked in my driveway. That's about it for tonight, guys. Until next time, see ya.